I'm LaRie.
And I'm Nick B.
Listen, we're just two single girls from the City of Roses discussing all things love, lust, and perception.
And roses are a symbol of all things beautiful about love.
But as you know, love can get a little dirty. So we're here to talk about it.
Dirty Roses Podcast starts now.
Hey, I'm LaRie.
And I'm Nick B.
And welcome to Dirty Roses Podcast. Now, as you know, we're wrapping up season 4, and I'm so excited because I said excited again. God damn, I can't get
But
that.
you can be excited.
I can be excited.
Because this is a reason to be excited.
This is a reason. So, as you all know, me and Nick B met in middle school.
Yes.
7th grade, because this is when I went to Beaumont Middle School. We have the yearbooks on the table here. And so, in a way to celebrate our 1-year anniversary of our show, we are ending it with some people that we all met, or I met at least around the same time. You probably knew some of them beforehand.
I knew some before.
Yes. So we are doing our Beaumont reunion. Woo! That felt very Oprah-like.
It did.
It did.
But then the crowd is like, yay.
You get a drink. You get a drink.
Unless you want water.
Unless you want water. We don't serve water
We don't
around
have
here.
that. We got juice and liquor.
Juice and liquor and frozen pineapples.
Frozen pineapples.
That be hitting.
They be hitting.
So we're going to go around, and I'm going to let everybody just introduce themselves. So, and just, you know, I went to Beaumont, and what you did afterwards.
Okay, my name is Ngum Sue. I went to Beaumont with everyone here. After Beaumont, I attended Grant High School, and then I went on to Mississippi State, and I now babysit celebrities. That sounds like a dream job. That's right.
Yeah,
I don't mind babysitting
yeah.
celebrities.
Can I select who I want to babysit?
A lot more excited than
Can I say I just want to sit?
I just give out free resources. All right, Mr. Man.
My name is JeRon Tucker. Went to Beaumont, of course. Then went on to Grant High School, Howard University, HU.
Okay.
And now I currently work at the Multnomah County Courthouse in the Family Law Department as a
And
judicial
don't
clerk.
forget, he has been on several game shows.
Oh,
He
really?
has Family Feud. I feel like y'all was on Wheel of Fortune.
My mom, yeah.
Have you won
And I got a
any
little
money?
cameo.
Have you won any money?
Yes,
They
we did.
won.
We won the first episode. Then we
Wow, I
lost
did
the
not
second.
know
Yes.
this. I didn't know. I'll go back and YouTube this.
Right?
Yes, it's
You're
there.
lit.
There's clips.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
All right. There's clips. All right.
I am John Zawashka, and I went to Beaumont and went on to Grant, and I'm that white boy from Leigh.
Hey.
That white boy.
The white boy. The first kiss.
So for our listeners who've had a chance to listen in, season 1, episode 1, one of the questions that I posed to Leigh was, tell me about your first kiss. And so for anyone who wants to know the man behind the name, here we go.
The man
That's
behind the
me.
kiss.
The man behind the kiss. Yes. And we got some questions about that.
Oh,
I've got
God.
some questions about that first kiss. We'll dive into that a little bit later.
Yes.
Because I've already heard Lee's story, but now I need to talk to you.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. I'm starting to remember.
I'm Tishanna Strickland Jordan.
Hey, hyphenated name. Okay, come through.
I went to Beaumont and then I went to Grant with everybody except for you.
She's the outcast. Nick B's the outcast.
She's the winner. Go ahead.
Are we?
Oh.
That's
I was on the game show.
Remembers the story.
He said I was the winner.
This is the majority.
elementary school.
Okay.
Majority is right here.
Let's.
saying.
Okay, we're gonna talk about first of all how Portland people still beef over high school,
I know.
like
We
We
85
had a
years
conversation
later.
about that.
We
Nothing
did.
else to beef about.
Right. Well, no. So LaRie was talking about how she ran into someone just out and about in the city, and they are not from here. And their experience in getting to know the locals is that everyone references high school.
Yeah.
And what was it she asked you?
It was why we were still so close, and like it's kind of weird that we're all still close. And then it was y'all still be beefing, like, cause you know if you go anywhere and you be like, oh, what high school you went to? Oh, I went to Grant. Oh, I went to Jeff, Demos, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like we really do be beefing over high school, and they thought it was really weird because we're really close.
Right. And as a prime example of that, I will give you guys a great visual and audio of what I mean. I'm the only one who chose the best school in this in the town to go to.
Allegedly.
Called Vincent Polytechnic High. And so because I'm so awesome and great, you know, they did not choose wisely, but I love
Really?
them.
So your school was
So this is
named
what I mean
after
right here.
a
See the
fountain
hater?
man.
Here's the hater. Named after what?
A fountain man.
The bubbler
Wrong.
man.
The Benson Bubblers.
Wrong. Benson Simon?
He made the Benson Bubblers. You don't
What are
even
the
know
bubblers?
this?
What are the bubblers?
How do you go to the school and don't know this?
Oh, okay. Well then, yes.
The one
I
that all
just
the
knew that
pigeons, baby.
I know that he was rich, but first of all, you're welcome because that provided a lot of quenched thirsts back in the day. Wasn't nobody thirsty.
He had water. Y'all don't have water.
What?
They don't.
Benson Bubbler had water
What about it?
for us to drink.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
said she's
you're
quenching
welcome.
thirst.
I feel like everybody
We didn't
needs to stay
have-
hydrated. You feel me?
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're
you
welcome.
gotta stay hydrated.
It's all good.
I actually didn't know that. I knew that he was wealthy. I knew that he, because you know what it was? Initially, I thought that he was like involved in something, because Grant Generals, right? So I'm thinking he was like a historic figure. And I asked my mom, I was like, who is this Benson? What did he play in our history? And she's like, oh, well, he was a wealthy man who donated and created like this school. And I was like, okay, so he's an aristocrat. That's all I knew. That's all I had for it.
like the
I didn't know
fucking
anything about the
Disney
bubblers.
cat.
But now I feel very honored. But now I feel honored that I was helping everyone quench their thirst. So you're welcome.
How about this? We feel honored that our school had to teach you about your school's history.
You guys are honored to be in my presence. Moving on.
Moving on.
Y'all not about to take these earrings off.
We're gonna let her think that because she did ride the short bus. So I
didn't, though. I
am.
rode the public bus.
She rode the public bus.
Everybody rode the public bus in middle school, and folks
That's
don't do that
facts.
anymore.
That is facts. We
No, I actually
did.
got a ride.
I was about to say, I
got rides in high
They're
school.
already coming.
I got rides in high school, not middle school. I was.
But listen,
What
so
bus was that? The 33?
the 33 and then the
72.
72. No, was it the 72 that went up and
Went
down?
up Fremont. What was the one?
33, but what was the one that went up and
We ain't
down?
changed it, though.
Oh yeah, no, the one that went up and
I
down
took the
33.
9.
9, 10 were 15th.
Oh,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
10 was on 33rd.
So I'm gonna say this:
The 9
I
was on
lived.
27th and then 21st.
I lived within walking distance, and me and a group of friends who lived like close proximity would always walk together. But there were some days where we don't feel like walking up the hill, so we would catch the bus for 2 blocks and then get off. Like that was legit, like our plan.
Was anybody else here
I'm laughing when I got a ride.
involved? Was anybody else here involved in the 8th grade life march-a-thon from the school down Fremont?
Wait, what the fuck was that?
Does nobody? I swear. Okay, I know for sure Tracy was, but I feel like we were headed towards your house, and I just remember everybody yelling out 8th grade life as we were like walking down Fremont.
And it was called the what?
It was. I made up the march.
Oh,
It was a whole group of people.
So maybe this was the only people that did not go to Grant did this
Clearly.
because Tracy went to Madison and
yeah.
you went to Benson,
Yeah,
and all
Keela
of
went
us
to
were.
Madison.
We were all worried about our scholastic
No,
achievements.
you guys were trying to get into the Royal Blues. Everybody was trying to get in.
I made it.
You did?
God.
So first of all, I joke, but that is an absolute honor because I know that it was not easy to get into.
You're
So
like
congrats to
auditioning,
that.
yeah.
It
Man.
became, they're just a bunch of entitled white people.
Are the Royal Blues? Are the Royal Blues today still as like
I have
prestige?
no idea.
No? Okay.
No idea.
What was that lady's name with the big hair? What was her name?
Dory Jarbo.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at
Wow.
the time, that was the shit. If you were
Oh, yeah.
in the choir, everyone got into all the other
We're gonna
choirs.
start telling
Like,
stories
you
about
didn't
Grant in a
have to-
second.
I know, right? I'll be
You
like,
didn't
so,
have to
but
audition,
remember
if
we
you
went to
get into that
Benson? Beaumont?
So wait, I do have a question though. So what was everybody's favorite teacher at Beaumont?
Mr. Elder
Elta
Yeah.
Grande was dope.
No, I think mine was Miss.
Oh, wait,
Johnson.
no, wait.
Mine was Miss Thompson
Jenkins.
also.
Miss Thompson.
Miss
Oh damn, Miss Jenkins.
Does anybody
Miss
follow her
Jenkins.
on social media right now?
So Miss Jenkins is a bodybuilder right now.
Is she?
She is. She bodybuilds. Yeah, she's always been strong, like athletic, strong, but she's like strong now. Remember when she tried out for the LA Sparks and she tried it for the basketball WNBA? Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, she's always been tall. I remember one day it was take your. She did. We were also always going
She
to.
was huge.
So
She was that girl.
yeah. So for those of y'all watching and listening, our teacher Miss Jenkins was one of the PE teachers, and she was like the coolest black lady ever in life.
Not your
And
typical-
we used
teacher. She was
to
my
right.
health teacher.
She was your health teacher. Okay, so we would always go and hang out in the gym during lunch hour. We sometimes would skip class and go hang out in the gym and get a note from her. She let us play music over the intercom system. I remember one time. Listen, so I remember one time it was take your kid to work day, right? And I didn't feel like going to class, so I had Miss Jenkins write me a note to me be her kid for the day. And Miss Knudsen was like, you can't do this. And I was like, why not? And she was like, she's not your mom, she's not your parent. And Miss Jenkins was like, I want her to come to work with me today. And I was like, and she wants me to go to work with her today. And so for the whole day of school, I was in the gym.
I had two favorite teachers. So I loved Miss Jenkins, but I also loved Miss Thompson. And I feel like we went to her house once. For some reason, I don't know why.
Back in the day, we hung out with teachers. No,
she probably did make
ass.
some cookies. Yeah. But the other faculty that stood out, and I thought he was cool.
Miss
So dumb.
Les.
I thought
He was cool.
I didn't get the memo.
He was cool, and there was a reason why he was cool.
I mean, yeah, we did think he was cool.
Right.
He was.
Now
So
we found out later that he had a whole second type of lifestyle.
Okay. Like a 7 foot tall
At least
Sasquatch
7'3".
looking man
least
with
7'3".
a mullet. He had a mullet and a big ass diamond earring. Yes, he had a bullhorn.
Jaguar.
But he did. He had all the.
that part about him.
So he had this big diamond earring. He had flashy jewelry. He
White
always.
guy. I don't think you're painting
Oh,
a
sorry,
picture
sorry.
of a
The white guy.
'cause
Very.
you said a basketball player.
Right. No. He was very much your Miami Vice mullet
Yes.
wearing, probably the sleazy car
Yeah.
salesman looking
We
like
didn't see
dude,
him as sleazy
who
as
was
that.
always. But he was our disciplinarian.
Yeah.
So if you ever got in trouble, you got sent to his office, and
I
you
was
got.
never
He's
there.
who? Did he's the one that expelled
He
you?
did not. He actually, because I got into another fight and he let me.
The fact that you was fighting like
Talked about
that.
the first
What
fight.
is
We're having
happening?
on to the second fight.
But I'm saying, he let me sit in his office the whole day. I didn't
He
get in trouble
was
at all.
cool. He was
I didn't
real
have to go
cool.
to detention or anything
But we're
because
gonna
I was cool.
explain why he was so cool because we found out years later. Oh no, let's do this. He was also our dare person, which is dare to keep kids off of drugs, right? It was a very big. It was a very big thing. It was a very big thing in the 90s was to keep kids off of drugs and crack cocaine, right? Because that was the big thing. So we found out into our adult years that Mr. was actually slanging cocaine and crack and weed out of the school.
It was probably that busted him.
Oh my goodness, there was lots of ways that happens. But yeah, I remember there was a time where they set up the metal detectors at the schools, and we had to walk through them. The surprise metal detectors. And there was a year that they set the metal detectors, and a kid, I forgot which kid it was, but he ran out the metal detector, right? I'm not quite sure who it was.
He had bad skin.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah.
Are we supposed to say that?
Saying
Not
that.
like
Well, I was expecting you to say it.
But no, but the kid ran out, booked after him, chased him down. We found out later that the kid had like a coffee canister full of weed, right? Well, I feel like later on, Mr. was the one that had to catch him because if he didn't catch him, he was gonna get caught because it was probably his weed that the kid had. But got busted, Mr. to jail for being a whole drug dealer.
But
And
then
he
when he
was,
got out, he was working at a mattress place.
oh, I never heard the
I know.
after story.
His money.
That's where he kept his money and drugs.
I just remember running into him randomly one day, and he was like, "Hey, Nicole."
Oh my God, that is
It
great.
was really random. It was
That
random.
is so. Those
And
are
I was
the.
like, "Now you went from being in the schools to being in the mattress store."
Hey, there's no felony records restrictions at the mattress store.
It was on Broadway.
His name at the courthouse.
Oh my God. Okay, so we did that, but who was everybody's favorite? So we said El Tagande, Miss Jenkins.
I'm going to
Thompson.
go out
She
on a
was
limb.
our core teacher in 7th grade.
I don't remember her.
Oh my God.
Wasn't you in our class?
I probably was.
Miss Thompson.
Miss Thompson.
She was
Okay.
smaller, elderly, but like curly hair, blonde.
Okay.
I remember her.
So
What's
we're gonna
crazy
go.
is that I always thought of her as like a grandmother, and now
She
looking back,
did.
she probably was only in her 40s. You know, like we
Right.
have like
She was so-
we have
she was
fathers,
Bro.
right?
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
offense,
she was-
John, but y'all be aging quickly.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
Damn it. But you were gonna say, what was your favorite?
I'm gonna say the unpopular.
Okay.
I am going to go with Miss Green.
Oh, we love Miss Green.
She was the most impactful.
Yeah.
Right, there's that. And I
Yeah.
know we're supposed to get to that, but I enjoyed you. You were always gonna get a laugh in her class.
Yeah.
Like, so it was like, even if she was hard on you because she was gonna be hard on you, She was funny. There was some.
Yeah.
It was the fact that she rolled up to school in a limo every day.
Not
she
just-
drove
And she
herself.
had
And she had her own swag. She had her own
I
swag.
cannot.
She drove herself. She wasn't getting dropped off. No.
You know who
She
I
took her 2
liked?
spots.
I liked Mr. Arden. Did anybody else have Mr. Arden?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he was a good
Such a
math
good-
teacher.
I had to
Yeah.
put literature.
Squarest of-
Did you? Oh, nice. Is he still alive? I know that sounds
He was a
mean,
math
but
teacher, right?
is he?
Math teacher?
Yeah, that's what they said.
We're
He's
not-
not, I have literature with him.
Yeah, he was dope. I loved him. Okay, what was one of your? Okay, and we're gonna do this one at a time because we be getting loud. Okay, so one at a time.
You gotta turn the volume
He's
down.
like, my editing is gonna be shit.
Blow on my speakers.
So what was, if you could pick one moment to be your favorite moment or most memorable moment of middle school, what was it?
Are there memorable great moments from middle school?
There's a lot of them, I feel
I
like.
got mine.
Only because it was so far back. That's what's making it so hard to.
Right, my memory.
There's a few good
Can I say mine while they're thinking?
Oh, Yo, you.
No, go ahead. You're our guest.
No, I was just saying, like, probably like going to Bagel Land.
Ooh.
the cheese bagels, those cheese bagels.
Sometimes I still, like, when I'm in town, I'll stop by.
I still
and just
go.
to be
If
like,
I'm in the area,
this
I
is
will. Because you got to, so Bagel Land, for those of y'all that don't know, was across the street from our school, made fresh bagels every day. If you were lucky, you caught them them $5 bags or whatever bags, them day old bagels, and they might have had a cheese bagel because the cheese bagel sold out first.
With globs
But
of
it
cream.
was-
Not a little bit, a lot.
So every morning, most of us would go to Bagel Land before going to school. We'd get 2 bagels most of the time, one for breakfast and one for lunch. And that was it. We would eat bagels and then drink strawberry
Fruitopia.
awareness.
Fruitopia.
The Fruitopia machine was it.
That's how I eat bagels now. Everybody eats them 2 at a time. Like,
No, you have to.
Yeah.
And did anybody else do? So I did it where that little middle piece of cheese that was in the bottom, you had to save it at the
You
end.
had to save it.
Oh, that was the best. Okay. What was your favorite
So
moment?
my favorite moment was actually
man.
it was, and I know that not everybody was able to go,
Dang.
but I
JeRon.
loved the 8th grade dinner dance.
Oh, Tishanna. I don't know the expectation.
Oh, we're doing that. Okay.
I didn't. First of all, I didn't even say anybody.
No, but it was the.
But so what I remember most is that I feel like my mom had me so inappropriately dressed
Again?
for the age. Okay, listen, let me explain it
Wait,
to
hold
you.
on. First it was a flannel at high school, and now you're
It's
inappropriately
my
dressed?
mother's, yes.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
I was looking, and this is probably why the flannel outfit came into play.
She's
because
like,
she was
"You
trying
were a
to
whole whore in 8th
overcompensate
grade,
for the
so now-"
whore outfit that she picked out for me. So first of all, the dress was from Deb, so it's not even like as pricey. Okay, and it was a black mini dress
Oh.
with white on the top.
I remember
and
that
it had
dress.
Like a black and white flower. And I remember my hair was up, but I was the only one in there who looked like I was on my way to a club. And everybody else is in jeans.
To be
and-
fair, Nick B has always been a curvy, tall girl who looked grown as fuck.
Right.
It just is what it is. Because we talked about this in season 1, the 8th
Right.
grade, the class trip where you would get hit on by grown men at Union
Yes, I
Station in
was.
DC.
Yes, I
So
was.
Oh yeah, they get crazy.
And now when you think about it, but to think back about it, you're like, does anybody want to get hit on by people at the train station?
we're like, yes, let's do
why
it.
is that that's not a
Why was that a
flex.
thing that we were doing? And me with my Shirley Temple curls and my gel down bang was like, yeah! And I was like, why is no one hitting on me? I'm 2 feet tall.
I don't think my voice
It's not a
flex.
flex.
Honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, God. Okay, favorite
Already
moments.
have-
Okay. Anybody else? What's your favorite
I
moments?
think mine might be the 8th grade junior dance too. Like,
Okay.
I remember how much fun. Sorry. Remember how much fun it was. It was really fun. 'Cause I remember. I don't think I really went to like any dances because I was
Oh,
like,
God.
I don't feel like that much.
Oh,
But does
God.
anybody remember dancing
In the circles.
But not even just from that one dance alone, but we had other dances, and it always
Yeah.
seemed like the dance at the time is everybody was like in this line of a train, guy, girl, guy, girl, guy, girl.
Yes.
And we're all just doing this.
You had one hand out, you're like, yeah, we're just gonna rock this on out.
Every dance. Yes. Every single
Right.
right. And it was
I
just
was not part of this.
it was
I was the white boy on the wall.
But I do remember dancing in circles. Like it was like it would be like a group of girls, and we're all in one circle. It was like girls and JeRon. It was girls and JeRon, and we're all doing this. And Jonte, right? And Tracy. But it was.
She could dance. I was like,
Let me tell you. So I was just telling Nick B this the other day that Tracy and I used to go to her house and we would make dance routines up. But Tracy's a really skinny girl, really skinny white girl like this, right? So she could dance her ass off, but she was so skinny. And back then the dance was the tick, right? Remember? And you were ticking, but neither Tracy or I had hips. And I was like, how do you tick, girl? She was like, girl, dude. She's like, wear big pants and pull your jeans up. So she would grab him by the belt loop and then pull her jeans up to make it look like she was ticking. And I was like, oh my God, you're so smart. And we were walking around just ticking all day long,
Creating
just doing
wedgies,
it.
just pulling your jeans up your butt. That's hilarious. So what were your guys' most memorable moments?
It was the kiss. It was the kiss.
My best friend.
It was the kiss on the bus, John.
Lee said
John,
your
it
best
was-
moment
it
was
was the kiss.
And then kissing,
okay,
Leigh
so
on the
I was
bus.
also gonna say this.
You're having flashbacks.
So we had an elective trip that we took to the West Coast to
East
do like
Coast.
a little
East Coast.
East Coast to do a little tour. Sorry,
So
and
just a little tour of like 5 states. Just a little thing. No big deal.
It was
tour.
like visit the foundations of the United States.
Just
Right.
that.
DC,
Just
we
that.
went to Maryland, we went to Virginia.
Yes.
We saw the
We started in
weird-ass
Philly.
weekend.
We started in
Yeah.
Philly.
Amish.
Yep.
Yeah.
We went all the way down
Wait,
to
so all y'all went to that
Williamsburg.
trip too?
I did
Yeah.
not.
Oh God.
But remember the weird ass town names?
Williamsburg.
I remember the
Blue
intercourse.
Ball, blue
Yes.
ball.
Blue balls and intercourse.
Witch
I
tit,
bought.
witch
I remember
tit,
intercourse.
blue ball.
And
Blue
they were in the
balls.
Amish town.
Yes.
So it's just like,
I intentionally bought magnets and keychains from those towns
you can-
because I was like,
rap about it later.
I said, it said blue balls and intercourse.
We were doing bad stuff on that trip. We were learning about their religion. It's like no engraved images. So I remember someone I was with, I'm not going to mention their names, would be like, click, 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 click. And all these poor Amish kids. It was like,
No, it wasn't me, was it?
no.
Oh, because I'm like, but you know how it was with cameras and pictures.
when he
Clearly,
said, I thought it was you.
right? He was like, I ain't saying no names.
But yeah, so on this trip, you two were on the same bus.
Yes.
And now, the story that I've heard is that Leigh was dared. Is that right?
Yes.
You were dared to. Okay. Did you
She
know that?
kissed me.
Were you?
No
did you know it was a
idea.
dare?
No idea.
You're great.
Oh, no,
Okay,
no, no.
so
I knew it was
The
a dare,
lies,
yeah.
because we were okay.
I didn't know it was coming. Because we were playing that game on the bus.
Yeah, it was a
the
truth
whole
or dare
trip.
game. Yeah.
Oh.
So it was all of us, and everybody was like, "Darren, you kiss so and so, kiss so and so," and so then someone, right? So then someone was like,
Wait, was it with this one bus?
"No, there
We
was
had
2
two
buses."
Yeah.
So, I
So
wasn't on their bus.
We were on the cool bus.
What was the bus driver's name? Black guy. Ray.
No clue. You remember this?
Not
Yeah,
you remember
he was like
Ray.
an he was an ex-Marine. He was super cool.
I have no clue. There were parts of this trip that were very foggy.
That's not
They were very foggy. But so I got I was like, I got dared. They were like, I remember it was Keela. It was Keela. She was like, I dare you to kiss John. And so I was like, okay. And so then John was sitting on the other side. We were like, I was in this seat and there was the aisle and he was on the other seat. We literally like poked our heads to the aisle and we're like, mwah.
Yep.
And then leaned back. He was all red faced. I was all red faced. I was like, and that was.
I
So was
probably
that
real red
was
face.
that your first kiss too? Was
Yep.
that was your first? Oh, it was both your guys' first kisses.
Aw.
We love you.
I was also like,
But you were on the other
my
bus.
voice hadn't changed.
Oh
Like,
my
little-
gosh.
I was a little tiny thing.
Oh my
man.
gosh. Were you at least taller than Leigh? Because Lee's short.
I feel like, John, you were short back then.
I'm not. I wasn't.
Maybe.
I was tallish.
Yeah,
not
Tallish.
like 6'2".
Was
taller
he?
than- yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I remember him being short. Okay.
I was never taller than Quanisha until she stopped growing.
Nobody was taller than Quanisha.
Wait,
I was.
Nobody. Well, yeah, you
I
were.
was like, I was always taller than
I've
everybody.
actually been this height since 5th grade, so
Crazy.
there's that. I stopped growing in like the 7th grade.
Oh my goodness, he's probably at work. Beating up.
Shout out Quanisha.
Hey,
Shout out to everybody.
Quanisha and I actually went to college together too, so
Oh,
that would have been great for her to be on
right.
here.
Yeah.
So shout out.
Yeah, shout out to
Quanisha.
everybody. We couldn't get everybody on the show. I wish we could have. We'll do this again, but it was a lot of people, and we have a lot of good
The B
memories.
squad.
The B squad. No, okay. You know what? I remember really vividly was when Selena died. And we had, so me and JeRon had Spanish class,
Yep.
and we had
They
Mr.
didn't
Woodruff.
go after?
I did. Does everybody remember their Spanish name though?
I was Luna.
I know you don't because you remember
Geronimo.
nothing.
She was in French.
Okay.
I was
Geronimo.
Geronimo. Me and her were in the same class. I was Luna.
I was Mariana.
Mariana. Okay.
I got to be Wanze.
Wanze.
John Z. Wanze. I was like, yep, I'll take that.
Tish, did you take it?
I didn't take Spanish till I got to high school.
You didn't take any
How did
languages?
you get out of it in middle school?
Because I feel like we all had
It
to
was
take
an option in middle
class.
school.
Yeah,
But didn't you have to
in
do
middle
either
school.
French or?
No, it was either French or Spanish. You had to.
No, in high school you had to take it.
No.
In middle school you didn't.
This is why you kept getting kicked out of stuff because you didn't follow directions.
She's like,
They were like, "Why
I
aren't you in
took
class?"
Ebonics. I took
I ain't
Ebonics.
got this in class.
When they let me class important because nobody.
Yeah, because the thing was, it was optional in middle school, but if you took it in middle school, then you could start the second year in high school.
Well, that's what it was. Okay,
But you had
got
to take it
you.
in high school.
Got you. I just know that we had piñatas one party. I made quesadillas.
In middle school right now. Why are you raising
I just want to point out that it was an elective of a class to take, and she elected not to take any of them. She just didn't go. What? She said, "I have a
You
free
didn't take a
period."
class?
Well, because you
No,
didn't
you
go to
didn't
class.
finish. Okay.
Spanish, yeah.
Oh.
Right. This is really making me wonder, like, why was probably on your head, like.
Y'all hanging out in the hallway.
He was trying to recruit you for his business. You don't want to take this language.
Oh God! Shanna said, "I ain't got no Spanish name."
I'm surprised Miss wasn't like, I'm gonna send y'all to Columbia for your 8th grade class trip.
I did.
She had time to get in trouble. She had the time to get in trouble.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, I got real off here. I'm sorry.
Y'all
I'm just like, yo, she
hilarious.
elected not to go.
What are some inside jokes?
Remember all the music videos we used to watch?
In Spanish class? Oh my God, he made us watch every Selena video. There was like Enrique Iglesias. We watched all the videos. Like and then we watched.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo was always the best day.
It was.
Always.
It was. I think that's the day we had
Taco parties.
quesadillas. Yeah.
Man,
I was.
Shannon
I
even
was-
get no tacos.
She didn't. You could have
My
had the
mama made
quesadillas.
tacos.
And I remember when we used to have in the textbook, we would have like the
We have
little
tacos
skits
at
in
home.
there, and you
Yes.
would take people to read the
Remember, hold
different
on. It
parts
was
in the skit.
listos.
Yes,
Sí, listos.
Yeah.
God damn.
Gosh, I can't believe it.
Wait, Tishanna looked real left out. Like, what's
Again.
What's a listos?
Why are you? Hold on. Why are you here? You have no memories with us. Damn it. Oh my God. Okay, so what are some inside jokes that y'all had with friends in middle school?
I just made one tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. So me and Gum were like best friends, like inseparable. So we had a notebook. So we had this notebook that we put together that we wrote notes in. Like we wrote each other letters back and forth, and we would like give the notebook back and forth and back
in class, like
in
between
class, and we would literally be like, "Hey, I sent you a note," and that was the whole thing. And so I remember I found that notebook like later on in life, and I was reading it. I was like, first of all, we ain't shit. We ain't been shit for years. We talk so much shit about people.
That's hilarious.
The book. It was a bird book before bird book.
I should have brought it.
That's why I'm like, do you still have it? Like,
I have.
Lee forgets nothing. She forgets nothing.
If y'all want to call somebody a bone collector, I'm really
That's
like the
her.
whole
She's a
bone
bone
collector.
collector.
I have a box full of the notes that we used to fold up like little footballs. The little the mailers with the little pull tab. Like I have all of those. Yeah. It's
Anybody else
bad.
have inside jokes that they remember or something that just stood out to
I
them?
thought I remember. There probably was some.
So I remember like it was a real popular thing to leave some sort of a catchphrase when you were signing yearbooks.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
was there something you consistently said in someone's yearbook when it was the end of the year?
Like that was your sign.
Your sign off.
I mean, mine, because my name was Ngum, and I would spell it gum. I would do like the 2 dots.
It was
and
a
the
smiley face.
underneath, like the U was always a thing.
Oh yeah.
That was like
You did that.
And she was always like, "I'm bubblegum."
I remember like I thought I was so fancy because I came up with this phrase that was like, yeah, stay fresh and crunchy, never mold. Never mold. And then just my name. Stay fresh and crunchy, never mold.
Oh
And
my
to
God.
me, I was like, Bars. I mean, genius. Oh, that's what it was for me. Okay, I was like, ain't nobody gonna top that.
You know what's crazy? You know what I do remember though?
What?
Nicole used to say like the stupidest shit. Like,
She still
I
does.
still do. I still
Did she also
do.
write stupid shit in books?
Yes.
just get here. But do you remember when she used to say shit like,
Yes.
and crunchy? Like,
It was food for thought.
it was always food for thought. And she was like, would you, like, if you
If you shave a peach, is it not a nectarine? Am I wrong though? If you shave a peach, is that not a nectarine? It's
If
the
you're at
same
the bus
fruit.
stop and the bus
Don't
doesn't
stop. Is it still a bus stop?
I was
No.
like, what?
Makes you think. Makes you think.
Yeah.
Were you
I'm not gonna
smoking
act
back
like
then?
No.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like those ain't
No.
good questions.
Those are really good questions, and I was really curious about it. And then I was like, if we're looking at the same thing, and I see red and you see blue, is it not purple?
I remember
I
that
mean,
too.
like
You
if
remember
we're,
the song that y'all made?
I do. I was singing it for her earlier. I'm not gonna do it now.
Go on, sing it.
Should
Are you talking
totally
about the
do
"Thank You, My Friend" one?
No, I'm talking
Which
about
one?
You make my heart.
I do remember that one. And it had a rap too. It has a rap too. It's like, you make my heart beat every time wait. Well, okay, here it goes. It's like, you make my heart beat every time I cross the street. You got me thinking, I want your body with those big brown eyes. Damn, you're fine. Got me thinking, I want to spend some time with you, baby boo.
How was that song?
Why is this a thing?
Yes.
So you've been writing raps your whole life.
That's why she said
Bars.
bars.
Not gonna lie.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Always been a little creative.
Okay, so looking back at yourself as a middle schooler, what was your dream job or your plans for yourself in the future, like that you thought you were gonna do?
Oh, I for sure thought I was going to be a professional athlete. I was going to be the NBA, not WNBA.
Oh,
Because
the
Yeah,
was
NBA.
you were the basketball person.
I was playing sports. I
always thought soccer was more your thing than football.
Me too.
It
It
was,
was.
but middle school, I was heavy into basketball.
She wore
I was
jerseys
like-
every day. With
every
the
day.
goddamn,
Because
hold on,
you were on
the
my you were on
Olajuwon
Beaumont Stars,
jersey with the
right?
fucking overalls
Yes.
and the goddamn bang that hung over her face like this.
That was it. That was it. Like,
So you thought you were gonna be the
I thought I was
NBA.
going to be in the NBA. I swore up and down I was going to be in the NBA. And academically, I was like, I'm going to be a pediatrician.
Oh yeah,
my
we had
own
a
business.
her and I had a whole plan.
Oh,
So
we
I
wrote
was
that
gonna
thing
be
out.
a
Kept that.
business major, which I still did. She was gonna be a doctor. Our other friend Mahogany was gonna be
Yes,
an
architect.
engineer architect.
Yep, and
so
design our
Mahogany
houses.
was going to design the hospital. She was gonna be the lead doctor, and I was gonna be the one that managed the
business.
the business side of it.
Administration.
Yeah.
of it all.
Yeah, and we all
Went different
Went
ways in
completely
life.
completely differently. Yeah.
I mean, I did get
She
a
got the
pre-med
degree. I got the
and a
degree that I
physical
expected to
degree.
get. Yeah,
But
but
I'm in
then
business now.
yeah, it's weird.
It is weird.
What was your goal? Or
Mine was to be an attorney.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
gonna
So
sit
what
on
are
the
you?
I was-
Are you a
Supreme
paralegal?
Court
Like, what are you
judge.
doing in the courthouse?
No, and it's funny because I actually went to law school for a year.
Yes. Did you?
Didn't work.
He was like, fuck this, I'm going to Wheel of Fortune.
See, I'm getting my money. I'm gonna get my money.
Run me my bag.
Spin it again.
It's like I had quite a few jobs since I left the law school, but then I still ended up at a courthouse in
Yeah.
family law.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah.
Okay, so your dream was,
So
I mean,
it's somewhere
it's
in that.
in there.
It's
Adjacent.
yeah, dream adjacent. There you go.
Yeah. I like that.
What about you?
I always wanted to be like a radio announcer for Blazer games.
I can see
Oh, come
I do
through.
remember
Yes.
with my Blazer gear, I had like the
Yes.
Portland Trail Blazer sweatpants.
Got it now.
And yeah.
You
I was
totally
like
still
extreme.
could.
What do you do now?
I've been a butcher for 20 years.
Oh, not you
Oh.
cutting stuff up.
But I'm in charge of butchers now. I don't have to do.
The manual labor.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But yeah, I always wanted to be on the radio or calling games or on
I
NPR.
can see that for
I
you.
totally could.
I can
Yeah.
see. You have the voice for it.
You
too.
I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
I always wanted to do it, and then when I went to college, I did what my parents wanted me to do, and didn't go for broadcasting or something else.
Well, you know, you can always tap into
I was
some,
saying, listen, let me plug
Your
you.
help.
I got the plug with the blazer.
I got
you
the
know what I'm
baritone
saying?
if you want
You
it.
do.
Yeah.
I got you.
I don't know if they let me on the radio.
Rudy.
Yeah.
They need someone to do. I love that. Let's talk afterwards. I'm gonna plug you. What about you, Tish?
I wanted to be a nurse
Oh.
I did. Yep, that was my thing.
So you want to be a stripper?
Fuck off.
Why would you? That's not what I heard.
Not a stripper. An OnlyFans model.
OnlyFans model.
Saying get to your point.
Oh my God! You wanted to be a
I
nurse?
wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to, but had my life planned. I didn't want to be married. I didn't want to have kids.
Oh.
I was gonna be a nurse. I told my mom all the time, like, I did not want to have kids. I was gonna have a couple dogs. I was gonna be a nurse.
Really?
Yeah, that was that dead ass. That was nothing. None of that happened. I didn't even go to college.
How many dogs?
She got.
No, James won't let me get one.
She got kids.
husband
She
is
got a
you.
husband.
you
She
wanna have
got
a
the
husband?
dogs. Right.
And he won't let you have a dog.
He won't let me have. He's like,
I'm
"Hey,
gonna
you like
drop-
cats?" I said, "Well, black people, like
First of
cats."
all, don't come for the black people that like cats.
But you have white people, so it's all good.
Then why the two mixed people up here got cats? She's like, my point exactly. Nick B, what was your goals?
So, I wasn't really clear what I wanted to do. I just know that I wanted to do something in arts. And so I did go to college for graphic design. And I mean, it didn't really pan out. I know that I remember working for a footwear company out here, and like it was just really tough to try to navigate getting into that field. So I was like, well, this isn't working. Let me just go get an MBA and try to make myself a little bit more marketable. And now I work in finance of all things, and my ass can't add. Okay.
We have learned this all this weekend.
Right. So it's really odd. I never saw myself working in the capacity of numbers, but that's what I'm doing right now. What about you?
My goal was to run her hospital.
But how did, what differed in?
I got to college and was doing the business degree, but then I learned that I loved music and radio and marketing and that kind of a thing. So
didn't you do the radio in college?
I did do radio in college, and I did radio when I came back here a little bit. We're doing podcasts now, But I took the marketing degree and put it towards more community stuff. So I do a lot of community things with the nonprofit that I work for during my day job. You know what I'm saying? Out here in these streets, helping people, giving out resources. Okay. So I said this one thing for me was funny that I was dating a guy in middle school. So we had a boyfriend, was talking, right? Oh my gosh. And another boy asked me out, and I told my boyfriend that this boy had asked me out, and they wanted to fight on the playground for me.
What?
It was a whole thing.
You had a guy fight over you on the playground?
They were going to two of them, two guys. It was like a scene of a movie. So
We're talking about like 13-year-olds.
we are. It was a whole thing. I felt
straight it out there.
Y'all
Never saw
remember?
any of this stuff. Like, wait.
I was like,
Why are y'all fighting so much? What y'all
Hey, that was a good homework.
I was at soccer practice.
I was digging imaginary holes.
You were on the playground with me.
I was on the playground with her, digging imaginary holes and singing songs. Yes. Okay, that happened.
So wait, I gotta see. So y'all remember Pierre? He was older than us by a year.
No.
Okay.
Pierre.
Okay.
Is he in the
He's
book?
in the yearbook. And then Jason, they both were was our grade. He a little chunky boy. Had a crush on me. Anyways, he asked me out, and I said no with a really long delay because Andrew
A long no is a yes.
made fun of me for saying this because they were like, he asked you out, and you were like, no.
Why did you say
And I felt so bad because they laughed about it Andrew, shout out to Andrew, will still like on Facebook comment and be like, no. But yeah, so they my boyfriend found out and he got mad and they went to the playground and it was like Pierre was walking from this on the big open grass field, right? Pierre's walking this way, had a whole bunch of people behind him because everybody knew about it. Jason was walking this way. It was each of them
Why
walking
does it sound like
with
the
the
beginning of a
whole
Michael
crowd.
Jackson video?
It felt like it. It was like straight up beat it. And I'm over there like, don't fight, please, don't do it. And then everybody, I remember because so y'all going to Beaumont was like my black experience, right? So I had all the black girls, like finally getting black friends, right? And they was like, girl, they about to fight over you. And I'm like, please, don't do it. They didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, but that was like one of my funniest moments. At the time it wasn't funny. It was great. So
Boys, I got the first kiss.
That's so funny because the older guy wanted me to meet him behind Papa Aldo's. Papa Aldo's. It wasn't. It's Papa Aldo's. It was Papa Aldo's, and he was like, "Meet me behind Papa Aldo's," and I was like, "Okay." And then I walked home really fast.
Say that back in the day, back when we were in middle school, you could get Papa Aldo's, aka Papa Murphy.
Yeah.
Switched. You could get a family-sized pizza for $10 back then. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah, those pizzas used to be cheap.
I didn't start going there until
A couple days ago.
And I only remember that because of high school with the dances. My mom would buy 10 of them, spend $100, and it'd be the big old pizzas, and she'd feed everybody. And they were only $10 today. They're like in 30 almost bucks for. And you gotta cut it yourself and cook it yourself.
Okay, so what was it like? Did anybody like have secret crushes in middle school, and who were they?
Ooh.
I know who yours was.
I remember someone had a secret crush on me and tried to act like they weren't talking about me in front of me. So
Was that a nickname for you?
they did, and it was this is the part. The nickname was the most obvious nickname.
Nicole.
They'd be like, so have you talked to NBA today? So full name Nicole, last name Bain. That's where Nick B comes from, and they just thought that adding the A, like I wasn't gonna figure it out. I'm like, I hear you.
Oh God. Wait, who is this?
Go and say it.
It's not a bad thing.
I believe it was Malcolm.
Oh, yeah. Shout
And the
out
conversation
Malcolm.
with him was with Harvey. We were sitting in Miss Thompson's class.
Okay.
And we were at the same like quad desk setup situation, and they're like, "You talked to NBA today?" I'm gonna say something later, and I'm just sitting here like, "Y'all ain't slick, no." So yeah, that was. I remember
Did
that.
you love it though? Did you love it that they were sitting there talking about
I
you?
thought it was cool because like nobody ever like he never said anything to me, so it's not like he ever like really came up to me, but I knew they were talking about me because they were always weird and acting like little teenage boys. But yeah, so I was flattered.
That's just boys. That's
Yeah. Oh God, who was y'all secret crushes?
whoever Miss Jenkins would bring.
I was
in.
thinking,
The name, that's
Maria probably was Miss Jenkins.
Oh, you stupid.
whoever she brought to school, whoever brought her lunch that day, I'd be in
She
there like,
did have some
who is-
fine ass
what?
boyfriends.
And you would never even imagine that these super like fine men lived in Portland.
But isn't it
along
also
the
wild that
coast.
back then, obviously, nobody needed any clearances to come onto our school campus? Right?
Ooh.
That ain't happening today. But yeah,
That
folks
is
are
Y'all
just
remember
walking
OJ
in.
verdict when we got shut down?
Oh,
Yeah.
so we were
don't.
I was in Miss Ackevain's class, and I remember Xavier was supposed to be here today, but Xavier was in my class, and he ran out because he was like, it's time, and he ran out of Miss Ackevain's class, went to the teacher's lounge because all the teachers were in the lounge watching it. He ran back in. He ain't guilty, and we all cheering and stuff. And some of our teachers were like, but we were like, yeah. It was like a
We got
whole
lot of teachers with
celebration.
that vibe.
Oh God, yeah. They were like,
Hilarious.
you're getting an F.
But then the school got shut down because someone saw a rifle, someone carrying a rifle.
Yeah.
It was
I
an
remember
umbrella.
It was an umbrella.
Yes,
It was an
I remember
umbrella.
that.
Yeah,
I was.
but we got real shut
I
down.
remember
Why
Mr.
not?
Cox
remember that
running
either.
into our classroom like, everybody get against the wall. And we
I
were
do
like,
not remember
Forgot
this.
about him too.
I was in Miss LeGrand's class doing home ec, and we were right by the window.
I
And we
remember I
were.
always wanted home ec. I never got it.
You never did home ec?
I did.
I remember. That's how I learned how to make spaghetti.
Making the cookies for
That's
her
how I
to
made
make some
spaghetti.
money
I learned.
out
I
of
still.
it.
I still throw my
I remember
spaghetti
the
against the
smell when I
wall.
would make like cookies and stuff. I'd be like,
And he had a package of cream cheese
That you put on the bagel and he threw it and hit Miss LeGrand in the head.
Oh my God.
It was Tony.
Okay, but how about?
I don't remember the verdict and everything. I don't remember stuff around OJ, but I do remember Tupac.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was
Yes,
with you.
yes.
We hugged
It was
for the
it was my
longest.
birthday actually. That he actually died on my birthday, and
By your locker.
we were going to Oaks Park skating for my birthday that year, and I just remember everybody crying, skating in circles to Tupac songs.
And then I remember that played a Biggie song after and I got mad.
Everybody was so.
That I remember.
Right?
Listen, I was in Mr. Eltagande. I think it was our math class, and Harvey was in my math class. And remember, Harvey was like the biggest too. He had his nose pierced. He was like, he wanted to be Tupac so bad. He was crying. I had never seen a boy cry. So, and he was tall. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, Harvey, oh. And then I remember we got to high school, and that's when that's when Biggie got shot. And I remember Harvey be like, "That's what he get.
That's what
That's
he
what
did.
he get."
He took it personal though. Like, yo, you don't know them.
It was. But we talked about that, how Portland was not considered West Coast. Like we don't get the right to be like Tupac fans.
We were on no one's map.
Even
We're
when you go
still
like
on
back
no
east,
Even
you
today,
ask where
people
you
still
live,
want to
they're
ask
like,
me where it's located. Yep, they'll still ask today. But like,
Yes.
they think we're in the middle of like near Colorado or somewhere. They're like, so you
I get snow all the time.
They think California goes right up into Washington.
all straight up to Canada, straight up to Canada.
Seattle, like,
Right.
no.
Oh my God. Oh God. There's so much to go through.
My crush was always Michaela.
Oh,
I think she
shout
was
out
every guy's
Michaela.
crush. I think almost every guy.
Yeah.
Every guy had a crush on Kayla.
Oh
I
my
remember
goodness.
when Melvin was trying to get with her, and he kept like sending her notes and
Oh,
talking,
Melvin.
like playing with her on the playground and stuff. And, everybody was around like.
Oh
And
no,
she
you
probably
know.
got mad and like, yo.
Oh my God.
Me and Joe and Matt used to sit around and talk about girls. It's saving outside by our mural. Stanley.
I remember, but we called him Joseph.
Joe, that's not even
Oh,
his name.
wait, not his name was Stanley, but we
Name
called him
Megan.
Joseph.
That's
That's not short for Stanley.
We had that brain till we were like juniors.
Yeah, he had that brain for a minute.
Dang. My crush was actually.
Beaumont.
Oh yeah,
Just because that fool could dunk a basketball when he was like 12.
I remember.
At Beaumont.
Listen,
Everybody loved Matt.
I
yes.
got
I
my.
remember he had a pair of MC Hammer pants, like these purple. We used to crack up. He wore those one day, yeah.
My
And we
goodness.
died when he wore those to school one day. It was like,
Oh
I'm never
my
like
God.
real, not like
You
the
know
thicker
what?
pants that
I
he had, but they were
totally
like
forgot to
real
invite him.
conservative.
So we had talked about him joining the reunion show. He was just like, I'm a little shy. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool. Maybe you can watch. And I forgot to have him. He could have been here
He
watching.
could have been watching. So let me tell you this
told me to
though.
do those pants.
I got my very first perm. So I always had mixed girl hair that I didn't know what to do with this. So I remember there's a few stories around this. So I'm gonna go with the perm one first. So I got my very first perm. And anybody who had their first perm, you walked around with a goddamn comb all day long, brushing your hair because it felt so silky and smooth. So okay, Tishanna looking like, no, I don't remember that. But yeah, you was walking around like this.
I had a perm.
I had a perm, and I walked around the playground with my comb. I was doing this all day long. And I remember Ricky and RP, he walked up to me and was like, you gonna give me a hug or something? And I was like, what? He was like, your hair look good. I was like, oh, I get a perm and people like me. But I remember walking up to Matt in the playground with my perm and my comb in my hand, like, hey Matt, you know this ain't
Giving out
This ain't what?
I heard I'm lovable, Matt. Hey, Matt, you out there?
And Matt knew I had a crush on him because he'd be like, ha ha ha. With his Adam's apple. He had the biggest Adam's apple.
Y'all gonna leave Matt's Adam Apple alone.
But I'm gonna tell you the other story about hair. So our other good friend,
Like the girl for Halloween.
That was
That
high
Matika.
school. That was Matika.
that was high school. I remember I have pictures of that. It's actually in the book. Matika's in the book.
Matika's
But
in the
my
book.
other hair story was, remember Keela? So Keela thought, I didn't know this until late after the fact, but she thought I had a weave. So she told me to put pink curlers in my hair and put my ponytail in the microwave. And I was trying to figure out
How to do that? How to make that happen?
close my hair.
But no, that's like the first time I really straightened my hair. And this is high school,
Yeah.
not middle school. But the first time I tried to straighten my hair for real, I had PE that day.
Oh,
So because my hair is pretty like fine, it naturally started to curl up when I was sweating. But my next class, it was welding. And so in my head, what I determined is that to make my hair straight, all I needed was a flat iron, which is heat. So what I did in my welding class is I took the piece of my hair that had curled up a little bit and I I pulled it real tight and made it as straight as I could, and I put my head next to the welding machine so it would like flash it straight. Only instead it just flittered away.
The stupidest shit, bro.
And I smelled like burnt hair the rest of the day, and there wasn't no Bath and Body Works that could help me out, no spritz, nothing. Because it made sense. It makes sense. If heat straightens it, and there's clearly heat coming from this welding machine, and if I hold my hair just nice and tight and straight, that it will just freeze it straight. Is what I thought was gonna happen.
Do you remember when you put the clear deodorant on your legs?
Because it was like lotion, because it was moisture. It was 97% moisturizing. And so I was actually going to a concert with this one right here. We were going to go to see Boys to Men, and I was wearing a little dress and my legs were a bit ashy.
She was like, I'll make it.
Okay, so listen, for my legs to be ashy as light as I am, and for me to recognize the ash, I needed to take immediate action. And what I had on me was 97% moisturized Dove lotion bar, and so that's what I did.
And y'all wonder why she is still single.
Like getting your friend
It's amazing. It's amazing. Just stop it there.
Just craziness.
Oh my god.
I keep y'all happy and laughing. There you
I
go.
don't have
It was like
a hair story like
We
that.
don't know
but
what
What did you
if y'all
do?
remember me in 6th grade, I had long hair, and I was a prepubescent little 11-year-old.
Oh my god.
But I had long hair, and I thought it was the coolest thing. And so I was at a restaurant one day, and I was walking towards the boys' room, and this old man put his hand on my shoulder and was like, "Girls' room's that way." So I went, "Girls' room's that way." I cut my shit off the next day. Like, God.
Oh god.
How he hair shamed you?
I used to call the boy all the time. We had a substitute, and I think it was Miss Green's class. She had a substitute, and I didn't know the teacher. I thought maybe the teacher knew my mom or something like that, and maybe I did know the teacher. And somebody was talking, and so I was giggling at whatever they were saying because I'm the big giggler, and the teacher was like, "Young man!" And I'm still giggling because I didn't know who they were talking to.
They can't be talking to me.
It wasn't me.
They ain't talking to me.
It wasn't me. I had the same moves I have now. Like, it wasn't me.
Oh my god.
Young man.
I remember you doing the bounce all the time.
All the time. And you had to go all the way down, and then come back, and then he would come back up.
I went to college doing that.
Oh my god. Oh my god, me too.
There was never any music playing, but he was bouncing all the dang time.
Everywhere, all day, every day. Oh my god.
Middle of the hallway. Changing classes. And he's like this. And you walk past him like, there you go. There you go.
Oh my
I
god.
think it was probably because I had a cousin that would do it, and I think it was so funny.
It was cool.
We didn't have any context.
Yeah. But yeah, I think
Just
it was so funny.
unsolicited bouncing for no reason.
Then he had the arm swings in at one point. It was just going up and down.
And then Don't Let Mo Money, Mo Problems was out that year too. So then it was like a little Harlem Shake with it too. Good
Oh no! You know what, JeRon? You know what you used to do all the time is you would go and you would put your shirt over the heater when he would.
Yeah!
And he would let it blow up, and he would just sit there and look at you. His shirt's all blown up.
Why is he making mad eye contact? Why are you making mad eye contact like that?
Oh, because he was always shivering. Oh my god. That was hilarious. I remember, okay, so one time, so me and Ngum used to hang out all the time, like every day or whatever. And so one summer we decided that it was like after the 4th of July, we went to school. So she lived by Irvington, and we would go down there, and we decided for whatever reason it was a good idea to shove firecrackers inside the little balance beam, the wooden balance beam, and light fire.
What? So wait, when you say wooden balance beam, you talking about the teeter-totters?
No, it was like the balance beam. The wooden thing that you would walk across, and whatever. It was a balance beam, and so there was like little holes in the edge of it. So we shoved a bunch of fireworks in it, and we lit it on fire, and then it started to smoke, and we're like, oh shit.
No, that wasn't what. That
Hold on.
wasn't the worst.
So then We go back to her house and because her mom used to always go to McDonald's and keep the big cups, the Blazer games. So they had the big plastic cups. So we went to her house and we filled up a bunch of cups with water. We're walking back down the hill, and fire trucks are pulling up, and we're standing there with our cups of water.
That's not what caught on fire. We
left
the balance beams
on
because
fire.
they were smoking. But then we went over by. So y'all remember those garbage cans with the tin top?
Oh shit! Forgot about that.
Yeah, and we had those little bees, the little bee things that you light them and they go bzzz, and they fly up and then they die, right? So that's what it was. And we had those things. We had set it up on top of the garbage can and we lit it and they go bzzz, and they
So
fall.
y'all the little thugs that are causing the havoc.
So we're standing at the top of
Forest
the
fires.
hill. We both have two big ass plastic cups of water here, and there's fire trucks everywhere. And we're like, we can't keep walking down there because they're gonna know it's us. We have drinking the water. So we're trying to be cool. So we're like, just drink the water. We're thirsty. So we started drinking it like we meant to do that, and we're like, we're gonna go away. And we turned around and went back.
And my mom's like, oh, what's going on down here?
Nothing.
I don't know.
Oh my god, I literally have.
It had been taken care of.
That
At
is
that point.
hilarious.
Taken care
Oh
of.
god.
That's hilarious.
So bad.
Oh man, I had no idea.
What were y'all's thoughts about high school leaving Beaumont?
I don't know. I guess it was because
just
it was
the
going
next
off.
step.
Yeah, the next step, like something
Yeah.
bigger and
Yeah.
So, because you guys all went to the same middle school, did it feel like
High
a hard
school.
transition? Or high school, sorry. Did it feel like a hard transition? Because you guys were kind of like all going together. You kind of already knew each
You know,
other.
honestly, I feel like we didn't drift apart, but we all started making new friends because it was like everybody was
More
coming and there was more
friends.
people to choose from. So we started making new friends, and our friend circle got bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't know.
That's something too,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I got heavier into sports, so
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
like more things, and I knew what my goal after high school was. So I was like, okay, gotta stick with this, gotta do this, gotta do that, and I was in whatever classes I was gonna be in. But
And then I think that the circles too, they evolved over time. Because like freshman year,
Yeah.
I was hanging out with like Malcolm and Ricky, and then sophomore year I joined the Gents, and then I was
Right.
hanging out with Tremaine and Rashad.
Right,
so yeah,
right,
it's kind of
right.
like
Yeah.
more black people.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was like, oh, great, okay.
Yeah, I was in my mega because when I got to Beaumont, I was like, black people, yay. We got to Grand, I was like, Grand, yay. It was, I think that's when I got heavily into black stuff. Like I was doing like the
you were like president of the
the
student union.
the
and-
Unity
yeah.
Club, because we didn't
Yeah,
have a
Unity
black
Club, that's
student,
what they call it.
because they wouldn't let us have a black student union at the time. We had to have the Unity Club.
Yeah.
So,
Did anybody else have to take math in the portable out back at Beaumont?
I did not.
No.
I don't think I had any classes.
damn, you were really the outcast.
like slow man.
She just tell it on the show, let me just shut up.
It was. So listen, it was.
She been
But
telling
wait,
herself all.
it was me, Sharitha.
Yeah.
So tell them about that. Tell them about that. We love Sharitha.
Wait. It gets better. Yika. Mario.
Stop telling the story immediately.
And so we didn't know we were in the slow class.
Oh God.
We didn't know we were in the slow class. Oh God, it was out back behind the chorus building.
Wait.
That's where the shot.
Just got
Yeah.
I remember the shot.
They were hiding those students.
Oh God. Maury Smart, she was in there too. And so yeah, I was just wondering.
Oh God.
Didn't know if anybody else.
Right.
Maury was teaching.
The teacher's aide. Right. Wait.
Oh my God.
Did anybody else have a period where they worked in the office? Because I worked in the office first period, and I got to check everybody in for being late. Yes. I felt
had
so
that.
cool writing them notes. Oh man! And then when everybody would get in trouble, and they
Wait,
would
why
come.
did you have
to
a
the-
period where you worked in the office?
You didn't.
It was office aid.
Yeah.
It was a
We were
period.
office aid.
I never had
Like an
that.
elective, like you
Yeah.
Oh, now you know about electives. Oh, now you're versed in electives.
She said I was getting real life work experience.
I think was drama an elective? Because I remember. Okay, then maybe that's why I didn't do that
What
because
was that lady's name?
Linda, Lindholm, Miss Lindholm.
I remember you.
Yeah.
You did the
I did
best
the
queen in that play.
Yes.
You did so good.
And Durante was my
They would
husband.
always be for
He was
gym
my husband,
time.
Durante.
Oh, got you.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
remember.
no, I was.
That was good. You guys did good.
Wait, so y'all did drama instead of gym?
No, I was
Oh.
a stagehand when she was in the play. And I
Yeah.
remember, like, she was
Okay.
like really good. So I was like,
I was the
forgot
queen
about
in
that.
Princess
I
in
get
the
it.
Mattress.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It was like a Princess in the Pea was the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the
It was called
musical is
something
called
else.
Princess in the Mattress or something
Gotcha.
like that.
Isn't that the
Or
one
Once
with
Upon a Mattress.
Mariam?
Once Upon a
Yeah,
Mattress.
Is she the princess?
Who?
Mariam?
Mariam? I don't think Mariam was in any of the plays.
She was in a play that I sang in. I was just I had to do that. Macarena. It was
The Macarena?
No, seriously, it was Christmas from around the world.
Okay.
So it was we were singing. We had a Kwanzaa song, so we had all these white people going Kuji Chaga.
That is so Portland.
It's really bad. Real
Yeah.
bad.
Oh
That
man.
is
But Mariam was
hilarious.
the star of that one.
Okay, I don't know that
And
that
I
was an
do remember-
actual Beaumont production or if that was like a
I
class
think I was
play.
like a class probably.
Yeah.
It was the winter concert.
Oh, because they did do like a winter. Like, 'cause you guys did like
I was
big
in the
spring.
yeah, we did the spring
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
I remember I was
Do
in
you
the
remember,
choir.
Emily.
Yeah.
In the play. 'cause
Emily
I-
Firth was in Once Upon a Mattress too.
So they got my parents bought the video, the VHS. I'm sure it's somewhere, but I remember Emily being like, looking like at Mariam, going, "Oh, Mariam, you're too much." And I remember Mariam was like audibly just looked at her in the middle of this performance. And it was hilarious.
I cannot. I remember dance class when me and Ngum were in dance class and we took dance instead of PE. And Jonte and Durante were in our class, and it was like the time of our freaking lives.
So much fun. And Miss
Oh,
Rose,
yeah.
was it Rose?
Miss Ruby.
Ruby.
Was our African dance teacher, who was also an African dance teacher.
Was the drummer?
The drummer, yep. And then we had a tap dance. 'Cause it was African dance and tap. And the tap dance teacher looked like Debbie Allen, but she had like really thin hair that she used to dye. She had this comb that she would comb the dye through her hair, and it would stick to her.
Ew.
And it was like this red dye on her scalp, and then it would come down her sideburns and her face.
No.
And she'd be like, tap dance. And we're like,
Tap for your life. She just needed a little cane. The Debbie
oh my
Allen
God.
cane, the
And I remember, so if y'all don't know, Jonte is a professional dancer on tour with Beyonce.
Couldn't be here tonight.
Oh my God. Couldn't be here. You know, but
He said next time.
he said he was going to be here. Right. We're making things up again. Here we
Right,
go.
You know, he no
but-
longer responds to my DMs.
And then Durante's a like a choreographer too.
Yeah.
Doing he's doing choreography. He was the
Here in the
Blazers
city. Mm-hmm.
Blazers choreographer.
Oh,
yeah.
he was
So,
always
but they were
dancing
like
dance.
the best dancers,
Ever.
hands down, in Portland.
Jeff, right?
And they went to Jeff. They were part of the Jefferson Dancers and all that stuff. But I just remember feeling so cool because we were dancing with them. And I was like, yeah. And I remember one time Jonte was like, "You've got pointed feet. You've got an arch. You're a dancer." And I was like, "I am a dancer, Jonte. Yes."
I will take that.
That's just my hug buddy. We always hug.
I used to love Jonte.
They
Oh
used
my
to do all
God.
kind of ads.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
they
That
were.
commercial
They
he did with, like,
were.
the
I remember
Arthur
that.
Spencer.
Yeah.
I remember. I think it was like a flag or something. And they were all dancing.
And I remember that Army Schnitzer commercial where
when
he
he
did
was
that
kid.
kick.
That's his signature
Yes,
kick.
was
yeah,
dancing
that's
outside.
signature. Oh my goodness. Oh God. If there was one thing that you could say, just taken away from your middle school experience, what would it be?
Just all the friendships, I would say. Like, you know, again, I don't know who was talking about it earlier. People, you know, coming to Portland and talking about or asking you about like your high school and you're this and you're that. Like middle school, I thought was very similar. Like we all kind of fed into mostly the same high school. We won't go there again, but like we, even then we still all stayed friends and we still all like have this. We can literally sit around and kiki and all that still. So
What about
Yeah.
you, JeRon?
Yeah, I think probably piggyback on that is kind of like the friendship that we took from it, because I mean we still have them, which is kind of crazy. Because I mean, how long ago? Because I keep forgetting how old I am, so it's kind of like.
I mean, we're talking about
how old
25 years.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
mean, we graduated in '97, y'all.
Yeah.
and I don't even do like social media and stuff,
Right.
and I'm still.
And then we're still here.
Yeah,
Right.
in touch with these people from that we were kids, like.
Right. These people. What do you mean these people? Oh
yeah,
God,
it's cool.
I love it. John, what about you?
I would say friendships, but I think if I could go and like talk to me, I'd be like, it's gonna be good, man. Like, there's a lot of that angst going into high school, and like where 14-year-olds trying to figure out who and what you are. Like you have no fucking clue.
Right.
You know, just being able to be like, it's gonna work out. It's gonna be good. You're good.
Oh, Tish.
Keep my hands to myself.
We gotta do a redo of the 8th grade dinner dance just so she can go. And we gotta wear the same. We gotta wear the same outfits. Take that same picture.
The same haircut. That flat top.
Hilarious.
Oh my God. Nick B, what about you?
Favorite takeaway from middle school?
From middle school.
I would say what you guys are saying, just the friendships that have lasted for so long and the memories. Like, I mean, things are just so different today for, I think, middle and high school kids. And I feel that we were definitely at the advantage for having less technology and more actual bonds. Yeah. So that was no COVID and clearly no security in the schools until that one day.
One day a year.
So what was your best part of middle school?
I want to say keep taking pictures. I was like the historian. I feel like I'm like the one that I walked around the camera all day long, and that went. She's like, damn. But no, I mean, I think everyone talks about living in the moment, but I also feel like it's really important to capture those moments. You know what I'm saying? And if you can have a good balance of doing it, do it, because I mean, like before we got on camera, looking at pictures was like so nostalgic, and so I just love those moments and being able to relive them. So. Where can people find y'all if you want to be found?
If you want to be found.
I mean, I guess my socials are public, so I must need to be found. All my socials are my first and last name, Ngum Sue, NGUMSUH.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah, like I said, I don't do social media, so like,
Be like, if you see me at the courthouse, it's probably some stuff that went down.
You don't know me when you see me.
I'll be on the second floor at the window. If you get a divorce, restraining order. I got you.
All right. Not a restraining order.
Yeah. Oh, y'all, the drama.
Oh, damn. Damn it. What about you, John?
Y'all can hit me up on AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh, wow.
Shut
up. But only if you have dial-up.
Jay-Z is my screen name.
Only if you have dial-up, though.
But my real is at John Zawashka, JohnZawashka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That's why I'm Jay-Z or John Zawashka. It always happens.
I love that. Jay-Z before there was Jay-Z. Right?
And where can we find you?
Facebook, Tishanna Strickland Jordan, or Insta is pretty_strict.
And
By
sent
both
to be.
or business yes.
Okay.
Plug-in.
Yes.
Or my business page is sent to be candles, the number 2, not the word 2, and you can find that on TikTok.
The best candles out there.
Yeah, and I think you guys will have seen, we featured you as one of our businesses last season. So if you need a name to match your product, here she is, and this is how you can find her.
Now, Nick B, where can they find you?
So I can be found on all platforms of Dirty Roses Podcast, may that be our website or our TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And if you want to reach me specifically, I can be found on Instagram at NickB_NickB. That's Nick with a K. And Miss LaRie, where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere. I'm LaRie on all social media platforms, LeighlArie, and DirtyRosesPodcast.com. And this wraps up our season 4. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Oh.
Guess what, Rose Buddies? We are thrilled to introduce our new sponsorship packages. Be sure to hit us up at DirtyRosesPodcast.com to inquire how we can showcase your brand on our platforms.